Hi, Andrew Collishaw, homeopath and naturopath, and a big welcome to this week's Body Talk newsletter. Well, I've just returned from an international conference in India. It was just fantastic, had a wonderful time of course. It was hard work, mind you. There wasn't a lot of time for relaxing. And it was great to see old friends again and to learn new things and to revisit some old fundamental principles of homeopathic prescribing. And in this week's Body Talk, I wanted to share with you something that was really good for me to hear again. Now, this is something that I've pretty well been aware of for many, many years, ever since I went to college, in fact, and that is the effect of these negative, subconscious, the darker thoughts that go on in our minds, which actually contribute to our ill health, to disease processes, and these thoughts and these feelings can certainly have a significant impact on the quality of our life. And if we're trying to actually move forward with our health and our healing so that we can enjoy life to the maximum, so that we can enjoy the best health that we possibly can, we really need to be addressing some of these background darker thoughts that can have such a strong influence. So this is an issue that I've certainly talked about in the past, but it is so critical. In probably 99% of people that I see in the clinic, we need to look just beyond the surface. Of course, there are situations where you just treat a cut or an infection, or you just treat something symptomatically, and you don't need to go into all the behind the scenes reasons that might be contributing to the condition. There are situations where we do treat more symptomatically. However, the vast majority of people that we treat naturally, we need to be looking a little bit beyond the surface and actually trying to uncover and address some of these darker shades of thoughts and feelings that are there in our subconscious and interacting with our experience and our health and our healing and our lives in general. So I just want to tell you a really clever and effective way of actually beginning to uncover and beginning to address these negative thoughts that we have that are in our subconscious. And sometimes they're certainly in our conscious as well, because that's what we're trying to do, is bring them into the forefronts of our mind so that we can actually then deal with them and begin to not react to them. Know that they're there, but then actually react and respond in a different way. And a really good way of doing this is through affirmations. And essentially what that is, it's doing things and saying things to ourselves that affirm something positive, or that help us to build up something which is actually lacking in ourselves. And there are many ways of doing this. Now, what you need to do is work out what your affirmations are, and I explain that in the text. And then you can just simply stand in front of a mirror, or just write down in a diary, repeatedly write down these affirmations. So it can be anything. People have different affirmations depending on what area of their life that they need to be focusing on. So if it's your health, for example, and say if someone's getting constantly ill, you're getting low energy, constantly catching colds and flus, your affirmation could be something like, my health is strong and robust. My health is strong and robust. And you keep saying that over and over again to yourself, reinforcing that. Now, this is where the really interesting thing occurs, is because what can happen as you're saying things that don't seem to be true, what can happen is that it can uncover some of the deeper thoughts and feelings that are there sabotaging our health in this example. So as you're saying, my health is strong and robust, you could be thinking, oh gee, I feel so stupid saying this, my health isn't. How can it be healthy when I don't care about my diet, or I don't care about getting to bed at a reasonable hour? These are just little examples that I'm making, but it shows you just the sorts of things you need to be aware of when you're doing affirmations. These little thoughts, these little obstacles can often show themselves, and you need to react to and respond to those, because that's going to help you to move towards whatever it is that affirmation is affirming. So affirmations are a really important part of working towards goals and objectives, whether they be general life goals or specific health goals as well. Over the years, I've used affirmations many times. The last 20 years, it's been an integral part of me achieving the sorts of things that I've wanted to achieve, working towards my goals and my dreams. And there have been times where using affirmations has been a really important part of that process. And it also has helped me to identify the very things that actually prevent me from reaching to where it is that I want to actually get to. So I really encourage you to take the time to think about, okay, well, what is it that I want to achieve, whether it be your health, something to do with your health, or more general life issues, and then work out, well, what are my thoughts and feelings that actually prevent me from achieving that? And then turning that into an affirmation that you can repeat to yourself time and time again, affirming those goals. And in the meantime, as various blocks become apparent, you need to address those issues that actually are preventing you from achieving those goals. And as time goes on, as you're doing these affirmations, what you'll find is you'll be able to refine them more and more, and they'll become more and more specific to you and your circumstances and what it is that you're trying to achieve. So just be open to modifying these affirmations as time goes on as well. You don't just pick one and then stick with it indefinitely. So have a think about it. Affirmations are really important, because they do begin to address these darker issues that we have, these subconscious issues that really can get in the way of us enjoying life and enjoying good health. Okay, so I hope you find this really interesting, and get to it. Come on, let's do some affirmations. And doing this newsletter this week has encouraged me to actually get back into doing some of my affirmations as well, and adjusting them and modifying them as I need to. Alright, we'll look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye for now.